The National Broadcasting Society presents This College Life,
where we bring the hot topic prey to the pride.
This is Shaquielle Shoulders.
And this is Melissa Parker, and you are listening to This College Life, UNA's National Broadcasting Society's podcast number 4.
Welcome back from a long winter break out there.
A lot longer than I think anybody planned, including the professors.
So, Melissa, what are we talking about today?
Today, we're going to talk about some ways to make your college experience a little easier. Just some fun life hacks, which are tips, just fun, neat little things that you might not have thought of before.
Oh, let's start off explaining what a life hack is.
Well, it's kind of what I just did. It's just a little tip that makes things a little easier, things you may not have thought of, and I'm going to give you a few of them.
Yeah, we need it. The struggle of college students. This will help us out.
I hope so, anyway.
All right. You want to start?
Sure. First, we're going to talk about some different life hacks for food. So, a lot of people like ice cream. You know, maybe not everybody. It may not be everybody's thing.
A lot of people can't eat ice cream. Just saying, staying that fact out there. Some of us might throat swell up.
Yeah, that's not a good thing. Okay, well, this tip is for those of you who can eat ice cream. If you have a pint of ice cream and you want to split it with somebody, now, you know, I don't normally share my ice cream. It's mine. Mine. But if you want to share it and you have a pint, instead of opening it up, dirtying a couple bowls, split that pint of ice cream right down the center vertically. Cut it from top to bottom with the lid on. Then everything's in a nice little ice cream package bowl, and all you have to do is dirty a spoon to eat it, and there's enough for 2.
Yeah, make sure the ice cream is now already melted, because by the time you slice the thing open, you're about to have a waterfall.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to eat melted ice cream anyway, but okay. Now, have you ever tried to microwave 2 bowls at the same time, Shaquielle?
No, I usually do if I have to microwave 2 things. I just put in one giant bowl and make myself a bowl of mystery.
Well, that sounds delicious. Okay, well, here's a tip if you are trying to microwave 2 bowls at the same time. Take a coffee mug, turn it upside down, and put it inside the microwave. Put 1 bowl on top of that and 1 bowl beside it. So you have that 2-level thing going. See what I'm saying? You can heat 2 bowls up at the same time. Because I don't want to wait on food. I don't want to heat up a bowl here and then let it get cold while I'm heating up the other bowl. I want it at the same time. Okay, what about Chips Ahoy cookies, Shaquielle?
Everybody loves chocolate chips, you know, those little mini cookies. You can bounce them off, do trick shots with them.
You're really weird. Okay, well, here's a tip for eating Chips Ahoy cookies if you don't want to dirty a glass for milk. Take the cookies out of the first little section in your sleeve and pour your milk right in there. Bam. Take the cookie, dip it, eat it, you're done. And you don't even have to wash anything. Now, side note, make sure you either drink that milk or you dump it out, okay?
Or the milk will spoil, and you be the person known as the spoiled milk person on your floor.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
Not even cats.
Not even cats, no. Okay, Shaquielle, have you ever tried reheating pizza in the microwave?
No, I usually just have it cold, or just try to put it in the oven.
An oven? Yeah, that's good. Not everybody has an oven. I prefer it in the oven. Well, here's a tip for reheating pizza in the microwave. If you'll put a glass of water, just a little bit of water in a glass in the microwave with your pizza and heat it up that way, it's supposed to keep the crust from getting chewy. You know, if you're going to put your pizza on a plate, put your little glass of water on the plate too. There's room. If you're going to eat more than 2 pieces of pizza, well, then you might have a problem. Okay? Okay, so Shaquielle, I know you live on campus. What kind of stations does Towers have as far as food?
Salad bar. Then you got the hot place. It's like random food every day. Then you have the pizza section, and then you got the hamburger station. Then you got desserts where everybody loves desserts, you know.
That's right. Okay, well, here's a tip for those people living on campus. Take a Ziploc baggie with you next time you go and make your own little trail mix. You gather some ingredients, say chocolate and nuts from the ice cream bar, desserts, some dried fruit and sunflower seeds from the salad bar, plus whatever cereal makes your heart sing. And put it all in your little Ziploc bag, and you have some trail mix to eat all day long. Okay, here's one for you, Shaquielle, because I'm not a coffee drinker and I don't own a coffee maker. But I did read this tip about using your coffee maker to cook hot dogs or noodles. So tell me how you do it.
All right, so at my old school, right, we were boxed in with the snow and everything last year, and so all we got was coffee makers. You know, the oven was broke, the microwave broke, but the coffee machine, some reason why it worked. And so what we did was we filled the cup up with a coffee mug with water, and then we chopped up the hot dogs, made them a little smaller. We put them in there, and then we cooked it like coffee. Or if you're not hungry that day for hot dogs, we took ramen noodles and crushed them up and pulled them in the hot water and just cooked them in the coffee maker.
Awesome. That's a really good tip. I haven't tried it yet, but I think I'll have to. Okay. So in Towers, do they have the little single serving boxes of cereal?
They got rid of the gold plates all generally. They usually just have a big old cereal thing you just twist a few times to get your cereal to fall down.
Well, this is for people who are eating the little single serve boxes of cereal. Instead of dirtying a bowl, open up the little plastic bag that the cereal comes in, pour your milk in there, and eat it with a spoon.
So pretty much you do what you were as a child when you were 6 years old and you were too lazy to get a bowl. You just take the box and pour the milk in there and eat it as your mom yelled at you. That's what you do with the small boxes.
That's exactly what you're going to do. Mom's not going to yell either. Okay, microwave popcorn. Everybody here loves microwave popcorn.
Yeah, I love popcorn. I'm just saying, I usually pre-pop mine, have mine in a big old bag and sealed it up already. I'm just saying, I love popcorn.
Okay. Well, do you love having to stick your hand down in the bag and getting the butter all over your arm? And
No, I'm not a big butter fan because I feel like I'm going to go sliding. You know, if I have enough butter in my hands, my hand might slide and I drop my TV.
Well, here's the tip for you. When you take the bag of popcorn out of the microwave, tear a hole in the side of it big enough to make it like a bowl. So instead of reaching your hand down inside the bag from the top, you're reaching in just from the side.
Now you don't need to buy those popcorn bags that come pre-made for you. Now you can do it yourself.
That's right. All right. Now here's one I like. Taco in a bag. Now, of course, this is going to take some cooking, but it's a really cool idea.
Yes, this is one of the best things that my school used to make it all the time. My mom kind of stole the recipe, but this is a great idea.
Okay. You can take a bag of Doritos. Now we're talking like the 99-cent bags, guys, not the big bag, unless you're really hungry. But you can take a bag of Doritos or Fritos, whatever kind of chips you want, and you take your regular taco toppings: ground beef, cheese, lettuce, whatever you want on a taco. You open up that bag of chips and you put those toppings inside the bag. You know, you put your meat and your lettuce and your cheese. Yes, I'm using my hands to talk. Shaquille's making fun of me right now. But you put all of your toppings inside the bag, and you get a fork, and you have a taco to go. All right. Well, let's move on to some study tips.
Study.
Yeah. Now, some of you may know that some of these websites are available, and some of you may not, but we're here to help. So let's see what we can do.
It's called use your Google search, you know, that little thing called study. Not the video games next to your screen to your left you like to play, just saying.
But they're so much fun.
Yeah, but getting education is more fun and you can make money.
That's true. Okay. So if you are trying to find maybe some sample exams from some of the classes you're in, you can actually type site, that's SITE, :edu, your subject, an exam, the word exam. And it will pull up different college exams featuring problems pertaining to the subject. Okay?
Wow.
Yeah, and I tried it. I tried it the other day, and it works.
So UNA is on there, right?
No, I don't know if UNA is on there or not, but it's like I think I typed in calculus.
Okay.
So it pulls up different calculus exams other universities have given.
So pretty much like it brings up other, like the same topic you're doing, it's going to be on somebody else already uploaded.
Right, and it's going to be like practice exams.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, here's a few apps for your phone. There's one called Study Blue, and you can create flashcards in any subject to help you study. You can quiz yourself and keep track of your score also. And what's great about this is you can also search through hundreds of shared flashcards. So if you have people from your school that have shared flashcards on Study Blue, just study right off of theirs.
Like saying if you forgot to make your flashcards and you're playing Clash of Clans, you got somebody that might help you out.
Maybe. I thought this one was pretty neat because I don't like math. So we'll just put that out there.
Math is fun. That's like the root to everything. Math is like the thing that makes everything else come alive.
Okay, I'm going to say this again. Math and fun don't go in the same sentence. Okay?
Well, math helps you make that moolah.
That's true. Well, this app is called My Script Calculator, and it's a handwriting calculator. I thought it was really cool. And it's free. Free is always good. You handwrite a math equation on your screen, and it gives you the answer. Now, it won't give you the steps, I don't think, but it will give you the answer.
That's pretty cool. So you found something that might be able to double check your homework just in case you're wondering if you did the problem correctly?
Yeah. Well, there is another one that helps with math, and it's a website, and it's called mathway.com. You can select the class, put your problem in there, and it gives you the answer. And I believe I was told by someone else that it may give you the steps to show you how to get to that answer as well.
Is that person here to quote?
Possibly. Kimberly, mathway.com.
How are you doing, Kimberly?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Doing good.
Mathway.com. If you put a problem in on that website, does it give you the steps?
It does give you the steps, yes.
And the answer.
Yes.
Awesome. See, there you go. Math could be fun.
Thank you for coming in the studio today.
Thanks, Kimberly.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Okay, another app for your phone is called Flashcards Plus. I'm assuming it's a lot like Study Blue. You can make flashcards and use them. This one was pretty cool. I did try this out too. Google. You know, everybody uses Google.
Google's the best thing.
Well, instead of just going to your regular Google search engine and typing in your essay, question, whatever you're looking for, go to Scholar, scholar.google.com, and it will give you better answers geared towards what you are writing.
So help those people out that doesn't know their subject?
Well, that, and, to help write those essays, gives you some good information to cite, whatnot.
Yeah, if you have to write those 5-page essays, it helps us a lot.
Oh, yeah. 5-page essays are fun, like math. Okay.
And you call me crazy.
Here's a website that I found that helps you get interesting words to use in your writing. I write for the Florala, and I have a really hard time picking a word to put in a sentence that's exciting, that's interesting. So this website is wordhippo.com.
Say what?
Wordhippo, wordhippo.com. And you can find, for example, another word for a word you're looking for, the opposite of, something that rhymes with the word you've typed in. I mean, there's a bunch of others. I thought it was really fun.
So it pretty much sound like you use this website to find those fancy words to make your teacher happy when you write your paper.
It's better than a thesaurus. There we go.
If you need those fancy words, use that website. Teach them I love you. Do you have other tips?
I do, actually. There were some tips that I found, and I haven't tried them yet, but, I'm all for it because this one involves chocolate. Apparently, eating chocolate while studying helps brain retain new information and is directly linked to higher test scores. Hey.
Yeah, chocolate never goes wrong.
I found that eating grapes improves your brain's ability to process new information. So, maybe eat some grapes before you go to class.
Or get somebody to feed you some grapes, Just have somebody feed you some grapes. Might give you some more knowledge.
Are you a god now? Who do you think you are?
Hey, I was just giving some ideas, Could be a perfect romantic date right there. Just feed me some grapes. It'll help me get smarter.
Now we're going on to dating, you guys. Okay. I thought this one was really funny, kind of sneaky, and I love it. When you're given a presentation, have a friend already in class to ask you a question that you already know the answer to so you don't look like an idiot standing up there.
Wow. Just wow.
That's kind of sneaky. There was another one I found, too. When you're given a presentation, take a bottle of water with you. So when you can't remember what to say, take a sip of water. Nobody will know the difference. Sorry, teachers. Okay. And here's one more study tip. Now, I don't know how many of you like to listen to music when you study. Sometimes that can be a distraction. But this tip that I found says try listening to a game or a movie soundtrack because they are designed to provide background that won't mess with your concentration. Never really thought of it, but I guess that's true.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Background music does help, or some classical music,
Yep. Okay. Here are some random tips for you that are there just to help your daily life.
Random time.
Random. Okay. So, starting your day with 30 minutes of exercise will help you be 10% smarter for the rest of the day. I haven't tried this out yet, you guys, but it sounds like a good idea. Also, if you're looking for good music to work to, try a game or movie soundtrack because they were designed to provide background music that won't mess with your concentration. Makes sense, right?
It does.
Okay. Another tip that I found that some of you may or may not know is if you join Amazon Student, which is free, then you get, for 6 months, I believe it is, you get free 2-day shipping on most things that you order. Shipping can be expensive.
That is true. If you join Amazon Student, you do get shipping for like 2 days. Like it will be shipped there quicker, and so many months you have description towards it.
Yeah, so I signed up for that. I like that free shipping. Okay. If you listen to Pandora a lot, this tip says that if you open it up in an incognito tab in your browser, you can get unlimited skips. Because I know that's annoying. You can only skip so many times before
It starts giving you a warning, or it stops making you skip.
Yeah. Okay. If you're a heavy sleeper, are you a heavy sleeper, Shaquielle?
I only need about 3 to 5 hours of sleep.
Okay, never mind then. This is not for you. So if you set your alarm on your phone, put your phone in a glass. It'll be louder and make more noise because it'll be rattling the glass, especially if it's on vibrate also.
Yeah, please make sure you take out the cup, because saying you're in college dorm, that would get everybody knocking at your door ready for a riot.
Okay. Just one more, and I just thought this was kind of funny. Recent snowstorms, thunderstorms, power goes out. If you don't have any candles, if you have some crayons handy, because by God, I love some crayons. I like to color. I know, Shaquielle. I know. Anyway, if you're out of candles, a crayon will burn for up to 30 minutes. Because what are crayons made out of? Wax.
I was not sure, but I learned something new today.
So you can light a crayon and it will last for up to 30 minutes.
If you want to get back with your little brother, just burn his crayons.
You're a horrible person. And your little brother will come for you one day.
But your brother's 6 months younger than me, thank you.
Oh, well, he'll still come for you one day. But that's all the tips I have for today. Anything you'd like to add, Shaquielle?
No, I'm good. This is Shaquielle Shoulders.
And this is Melissa Parker.
We're signing off. Anything you want to say before we go?
I just want to say, make sure you check out the next issue of the Florala. We'd like to thank them for posting our podcast on their website. Look for some good articles. Comes out on Thursday. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Peace.